Chapter 3 summary. Number 1, the sample average big Y bar is an estimator of the population mean, mu sub big Y, when big Y sub 1 through big Y sub n are independently and identically distributed. There are 4 items, A through D. A, the sampling distribution of big Y bar has mean mu sub big Y and variance sigma squared sub big Y bar equals sigma squared big Y, repeating, variance sigma squared sub big Y bar equals sigma squared sub big Y over n. And B, big Y bar is unbiased. C, by the law of large numbers, big Y bar is consistent. And D, by the central limit theorem, big Y bar has an approximately normal sampling distribution when the sample size is large. 2. The t-statistic is used to test the null hypothesis that the population mean takes on a particular value. If n is large, the t-statistic has a standard normal sampling distribution when the null hypothesis is true. The t-statistic can be used to calculate the p-value associated with the null hypothesis. The p-value is the probability of drawing a statistic at least as adverse to the null hypothesis as the one you actually computed in your sample, assuming the null hypothesis is correct. A small p-value is evidence that the null hypothesis is false. 4. I didn't state number 3, but oh well. A 95% confidence interval for mu sub big Y is an interval constructed so that it contains the true value of mu sub big Y in 95% of all possible samples. Number 5. Hypothesis tests and confidence intervals for the difference in the means of two populations are conceptually similar to tests and intervals for the mean of a single population. Number 6. The sample correlation coefficient is an estimator of the population correlation coefficient and measures the linear relationship between two variables, that is, how well their scatter plot is approximated by a straight line. Key terms: estimator, estimate, bias, consistency, efficiency, blue, best linear unbiased estimator, least squares estimator, hypothesis tests, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, two-sided alternative hypothesis, p-value, significance probability, sample variance, sample standard deviation, degrees of freedom, standard error of big Y bar, t-statistic, t-ratio, test statistic, type 1 error, type 2 error, significance level, critical value, rejection region, acceptance region, size of a test, power of a test, one-sided alternative hypothesis, confidence set, confidence level, confidence interval, converge probability, test for the difference between two means, causal effect, treatment effect, scatter plot, sample covariance, sample correlation coefficient, or sample correlation.